What documents are needed to file for a divorce?
The initial pleadings necessary to begin a divorce or legal separation action are first a summons for divorce, a petition for divorce, and I'll outline. The summons is the heads up. The summons is kind of the declaration to the world that something is happening to you, and this is your notice of that. The petition is the statement of facts for the case. It's kind of like the roster. Who's involved? When did they get married? How old are they? Do they have any real estate? Do they have any kids, etc.? So you need a summons for divorce or legal separation. You need a petition for divorce. You need what's called a confidential petition addendum. That's, again, kind of the court's roster for the case. It can quickly look at the confidential petition addendum and say, okay, these are the parties. This is the husband, this is the wife, or this is spouse A, this is spouse B. These are the kids. Social security numbers, if possible, are required on the confidential petition addendum. That tends to be the court's way of knowing that this is legitimate, can be tracked. What's also important, and what people often forget, is when minor children are involved, you have to include a child support application in your initial filing. The court's eventually going to want it, so you might as well include it at the beginning.
What happens if they try to file and stuff isn't filed appropriate? Is the clerk of court going to tell them right away, or are they going to kind of start going through the process and then at some point get some bad news?
It's a really good question. I will tell you this in case any of the clerk of courts are watching. I love them, especially the commissioner centers. They just do an exceptional job, and the clerks are extraordinary. However, the clerks are not allowed by law to render legal advice or really procedural guidance of any kind. If they do so, they're being overly nice. Generally speaking, what's going to happen is if you do it the wrong way, it's going to be rejected without any real guidance as to why it was rejected. Besides, the clerks have hundreds of cases that are filed every day that they have to process. So they don't have a lot of time to give guidance, even if they wanted to, as to why something is wrong. So when those documents, when those pleadings are rejected, there's rarely guidance or advice given as to why or what to do to fix them. In that circumstance, the pro se party, that means the party who's trying to kind of do it on their own, ends up quizzically looking at the documents, trying to figure out what they did wrong, and it's hard. It's hard to do. I have to admit, even as an experienced and trained family law attorney, when I look at the court documents that are available for public consumption, they're tough to read. I mean, if you don't have any legal expertise or training or experience whatsoever, they're really difficult to read and honestly kind of intimidating. I would feel intimidated looking at them. What we do is we draft all our own pleadings in-house. It makes the process smoother. Again, we're experts in this area. We do this all the time. And so for us, it's customary to do that.
Just to anchor back at if you did something wrong, you may not be given guidance on what you did wrong. Are you likely to receive that filing fee or any fees you paid to the court back?
You'll receive a refund. If your submission is rejected, you'll receive a refund. But all that is good for is the money's back in your pocket so you can try again.
Right.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Your interaction with our content is greatly appreciated. Visit sterlinglawyers.com to learn more about our firm and meet our attorneys.